Welcome to Jesus' press conference in today's gospel. The scribes and Pharisees from Jerusalem have made the journey to press Jesus. And they press, it's a press conference, but it's not for information. It's for impressing Jesus, who has encouraged his disciples not to follow explicitly the traditions of the elders, washing their hands, washing the cup, washing the kettles, purity of the externals, very important in the Jewish traditions of that time. We, of course, have been encouraged to wash our hands 20 seconds with soap and do all these things for other people, so we aren't spreading the COVID disease. That's not what's going on in this gospel today, however, that they are pushing Jesus to stop being different from them. They have their ways, and that's the right way. Jesus, in Mark's gospel, calls them hypocrites. You hypocrites. Jesus said, you know, you do things religiously, but your religion is about how you please yourselves, how you can do all these man-made traditions and call them religious practice. That is, this is how we make sure that we're all right with God and God is all right with us. So we're worshiping at our own altar. And we have our own questions about how do we please God? What do we have to do? And so because we're human beings, we cross our fingers. We knock on wood, both of which, by the way, have to do with the cross, crossing our fingers like that, and knocking the wood of the cross as testimony that we're okay. We have superstitions. We just do, and maybe some more than others. But that's some ways of, are we okay? God, if we do this, you'll be okay with us and we'll get what we want. See, prayer and our relationship with Jesus can be all about us. We call that self-righteousness. I do this, I wash my hands, I do, and now I'm okay, and God can't lay a glove on me. And I've got all the tickets. I'm okay. I'm going, if I were to die, I go right up to heaven because I've done the right thing. Now Jesus, in the rest of the gospel, says, well, let me impress you. Humanity is got its voices inside us, each of us, that we can be envious and angry and greedy and all those things that we learn. This morning I was with a 2.5-year-old little girl and her mom and dad, and everything is about her. How did she learn that? No, she didn't learn it. It came with the package, with the human condition. So Jesus has this long list of things that we participate in thought or word. Jesus said, no, it's not what you eat or the externals that justify you. It's how you live, what comes out of you. And what comes in is buying into Jesus, letting him inside. That's what inside will come out. We are what we call inside-out people. We do what is in us to do. But we don't do them to win God's favor. That's already there. God's favor isn't something we win, it's something we receive. It's there. And it's his voice that speaks within us against these other voices. So he gives us ourselves, he gives us himself and says, that's who you are. You don't have to do superstition. You don't have to try to manipulate me. You don't have to say the pretty words to me. I have said my word to you. Hear it, take it into you, and to the degree in which you let it in, you will let it out. We are inside-out people. Our faith is inside. Our faith is not an expression, but an impression that God has made in us, and then we express it. And we live outsidedly what is insidedly, what's in us. And that's what he's saying. Don't buy into human teachings, the elders. I am the new elder. That's what he's saying. I am the new teacher. And I come from God, not from human considerations and human traditions. I come from the long tradition of being good to you, my people. So Moses, in the first reading today's gospel, or the day's liturgy, is saying, this is how you will be my people. You will do this and all these statutes and traditions. You will do those. The new Moses, Jesus, is saying, the law is within you. My love is the law. The Pharisees and scribes couldn't get used to that. But his followers, who no longer washed and did all these things, coming back from market, no, they don't have to wash their hands to please God. They might want to wash their hands. But it's what you do that pleases God, not in the distance, but it pleases God because what you do is an expression of his being inside you. It pleases God to please God's people through you, through me. So it's not about washing my hands, it's how am I moved to wash your feet, to wash your tears, to wash your bad memories, to wash your injuries. My tending to you pleases God because it's God doing it through us. It's a wonderful way to live. So it's not self-righteous. It's Jesus' righteousness, his holiness offered to us. We receive it in the Eucharist. We receive it in the Word. We receive it in being in community. But it's not, I am not mine. You are not just yours. We are each other's. And we don't have to use superstition to please God. We have to let him out that pleases him by pleasing others through us. It's our faith. We receive it and we distribute it. I hope my fingers crossed pleases God. No. I wash my hands because they're dirty. Go in peace.